Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit!
Corsi is a pretty cool atheist. Have you ever talked with him before, Darth?
Oh, please, a waste of time.
You don't like Corsi.
No, it's not that I don't dislike him. I don't have to dislike somebody to say that they're a waste of time talking to.
Yeah, no, it's true. A lot. Like once you try a few times, that's it. I get that. I feel the same about
I mean, look at his name, Teapotist, which is from Bertrand Russell. Bertrand Russell's Teapotist argument is embarrassingly bad, given a man who is so brilliant in philosophy.
What is the Teapotist?
Well, Corsi, why don't you explain it?
In short, you can just make up any god and assign it to make up any god that you want, assign whatever attributes you want to it, and call it God. And there's no way to prove that that is the right God versus any other God. So I use the teapotist. I call myself a teapotist because, well, there really is no way to demonstrate that God exists.
Okay, so what he just expressed is a typical position that atheists make. But you see, here's the problem, okay? When you make that statement, you're making a statement about all the facts that you're acquainted with. Either you will decide that all the facts that you're acquainted with necessitate referencing God or not. So how did you decide, okay, or have you decided that all the facts that you're acquainted with, are they indeterminate?
I understand and have seen the demonstration that they do not need your God to exist.
Okay, so if you say they exist without the need of God, that is the same thing as saying God does not exist. Do you understand that? Okay. How is it that God doesn't exist?
We have good evidence that God does not exist, that no God that the human race has dreamed up exists.
Okay. What is your rationale that what is fundamental and ultimate to all temporal states is not a mind?
That doesn't follow from the question that you just asked before.
That's not an answer to my question. You said you have good evidence, okay? Evidence will be in the form of a rational justification. What is your rational justification that God does not exist? Saying that you don't have evidence, okay? Is it your position there's no evidence for God?
Is there no evidence for God? There is no good evidence for God. Everything is evidence for God. The ground that I'm walking on is evidence for God, but it's also evidence for not God. If you want evidence for God,
stop right there. Then stop right there. Then all you're just simply saying is the facts around you are indeterminate.
No.
Well, either they're determinate or they're indeterminate. So the facts are determinate of what? A God world or a not God world?
I believe it's a not God world.
Good. How did you determine that all the facts you are acquainted with exist with metaphysical independence from God? How'd you determine that?
Because one, we've never actually demonstrated that God exists. We've made things up. We've come up with our own ideas. Like we've come up with the Christian Bible that's based on many other religions that have come long before it. So anything that we have actually seen, no God has ever actually been demonstrated to exist. And we keep coming up with new ones, and they still don't hold water.
Okay, so the not God world is deemed to be true solely on the grounds that the God world is unconvincing.
Oh, the not God world is very convincing. Like I said, we have good evidence.
Notice again. Okay, focus on the question.
I am.
Is it your position that the not God world is true solely on the grounds that you don't have a reason to believe in the God world?
No.
Okay, the not God world is true because
we have good evidence that the not God world is true.
Okay, what is that rational justification that the not God world is true?
Okay, gonna have to give me a minute. This is gonna take a second. So things like the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, where we've given attributes to different gods, these exact same things like omnipotence, omnipotence, omnipresence, and omnibenevolence, we can understand that these are not true because of things like the Heisenberg uncertainty principle and the double slit experiment. When you look at the
Corsi,
Heisenberg uncertainty principle,
Corsi, stop, Corsi, stop, stop.
God that
I
is
don't want to have to mute.
omnibenevolent, all these different things that we want
I'm going to server mute
like
you.
many gods, like almost every god in the
I'm
past.
going to server mute you. This is absolute. This is. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
We have done research and we understand.
Do I have to mute you?
Is true. So
do I have to mute you? Okay, I'll server mute it. He's just gish galloping and he's bullshitting right there. Okay. He's saying that temporal states, that something that is ultimate cannot exist in virtue of certain temporal states. Okay. Now, God is defined as what is.
You're done. You're done. You want to interrupt me and then server mute me?
But what you were, yeah. See, this is precisely my point.
My point is, you just want to sit there and
appealing to the quantum realm.
As soon as someone gives a good, solid idea that's against you,
you didn't give a solid idea. Appealing to the quantum realm, okay, and he leaves. He just gets into hyper caffeinated bullshit mode. Okay, now do you think that he seriously believes by invoking quantum mechanics is a defeater, that what is fundamental to all things is not a mind? He's talking about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. I mean, he knows that this is bullshit and everyone else in the room knows it's bullshit. Then he starts talking about omnipotence. What if what is the ground of all existence simply is just very powerful? See, this is what he does. I wasn't going to have him go on and on. Does anybody think what he was saying was truly substantive? I mean, really? He's going to appeal to quantum mechanics?
That was funny. I mean, he said he had good evidence, and then you asked him for the good evidence.
And he starts talking about the Heisenberg, appealing to theoretical constructs of the quantum realm, okay? It doesn't follow from that what is ultimate is not a mind.
Yeah, it's true.
This is the kind of crap that you would get from a fairly intelligent ninth grader who thinks he's being erudite and he's just filibustering. That was filibustering.
Yeah, I don't think he really wanted to debate. He just wanted to get off some anger on you for some reason.
No, what he wanted to do was to gish gallop so that I would step in and server mute him. Okay, and then he could play the victim game. Well, Darth muted me. Oh, Darth wouldn't let me finish. No, I wouldn't let you finish because it's clear you're just bullshitting.
Well, that was funny. I don't think it doesn't follow.
Okay, he the whole time he kept on flip-flopping, right?
I couldn't even tell. Yeah, I couldn't tell if it did follow. He just was going off so fast. I didn't know.
No, he wanted to gish gallop like that, machine gun talk, so that I would server mute him. And by the way, he's good friends with J.L. Warren. They're both bisexuals. Admitted so. That's not private information. That's public information. Gee, what a coincidence that we have male bisexuals that are they're atheists. What a coincidence.
But there could be smart bisexuals, right?
Of course he's back. Here.
Oh, he's back. Yeah. Okay, so Corsi, telling us about the quantum realm, it doesn't follow from that what is fundamental to everything is not God. Okay?
Does God not exist in the quantum realm?
Does God not? Yeah, God does not exist within any realm. God simply exists within his own attributes.
Does God not have any effect in the quantum realm? God cannot control the quantum realm.
First of all, what I believe about God at this juncture is not relevant to your making your case that the not God world is true. giving me a filibustering Gish Gallop machine talking.
I'm giving you an answer.
Okay,
You
listen
calling
to
it
me,
gish galloping doesn't work.
Yeah.
Answer my
listen,
question.
Oh, of course,
bickering.
relax.
I just explained to you what I believe at this particular juncture is not germane to you defending the existence of the not God world. Now, God, okay, do you agree with the definition where
No,
God
you're
is
going to answer my
defined as
question. Does God have no effect upon the
it's
quantum realm?
it's irrelevant.
It is absolutely relevant. Answer the question.
No, it is not. What you're
Answer
doing,
the
okay,
question.
do I have to
Darth.
serve?
Corsi,
Do I
You
have
want to
to
go one-on-one with me? You're going to start answering questions, not just asking them.
this is
Answer
the
the
shtick.
question, Darth.
This
You're
is
not
this is
answering the
the
question
shtick.
because you know what the answer is.
Okay, listen to me
And it
carefully.
doesn't
okay?
favor you.
Please do not overtalk me. Okay. Now,
You muted me by overtalking me. I don't get
muted you.
You want to be disrespectful to me. You get the same in return.
Okay.
You want to start being respectful.
Do you know
we'll start
why?
having a conversation.
Do you know why I muted you?
Because I was answering your question, you wanted to correct me, but I wasn't even finished answering your question.
Okay. Everyone in the room after you left was laughing at what you were saying about how profoundly stupid it was.
They just that's because they don't understand it, and neither do you.
Okay.
So,
Corsi,
does God have no effect on the quantum realm?
Okay.
Did God not create the quantum realm?
Okay.
Because if God created the quantum realm, that means he affects the quantum realm. If he affects the quantum realm, then his abilities still affect the quantum realm.
Corsi,
have you the double slit experiment and Heisenberg's uncertainty principle will not work the way they do in the real world.
We got it, Corsi. You got to stop, man. Like, stop.
Okay, all right, listen. Okay, let me explain something to you. When we invoke the word God, we're defining the word God, meaning that which is ultimate and the source of all possibility. Okay? So in other words, God is defined as what is eternal and the source and basis of temporality. Okay? Do you agree with that definition?
I'm ignoring your answers until you answer my question.
You see, this is why. You see, this is why.
Until you answer
please
my
don't
question.
overtalk me.
You don't want to answer it, and I know why you don't want to answer it.
Okay, listen, you're doing shtick now, Corsi. This is embarrassing. Okay.
Yes, it is embarrassing for you. Answer the goddamn question.
Okay, Corsi, I know you want to record this for
I'm not
YouTube
recording
purposes.
anything. I could give a shit less about you.
Corsi, this is what we call atheist shtick. One of the tricks
and this is
that
what
they
we call Christian shtick.
Please do not overtalk.
Okay, don't answer any.
No, I wasn't badgering anything. Okay, again, appealing to temporal states, okay, will not get you to say there's no God. Okay, you would have to, in order to demonstrate that God does not exist.
Okay.
In order to
Are
say
you done filibustering when muting me, so
I didn't even finish. I don't want to have to server mute you again, and if I do it again, it will be because you want it to be done, because you're going to be over talking. Now,
he clearly doesn't care about rational dialogue.
No,
I
he
do
doesn't
care about rational dialogue.
Okay, would you please? Okay, I'll tell you one more time. I'll say one more time. I really do not want to server mute you, so please don't overtalk me. Okay, now. God is in the category of what is ultimate, from which all things derive and depend. Okay? The only way that you can show that which is ultimate does not exist is you're either going to have to show what is ultimate that negates God, or you're going to have to make an argument that nothing ultimate can exist, thereby excluding God. Making making a Gish Gallop, well, you're making a category error. You can't appeal to the nature of temporal states as a defeater for something that is ultimate, the source and basis of temporal states. Temporal states do not determine what is ultimate. What is ultimate determines what is temporal or derivative. Okay? Now, so since God is defined within the category of what is ultimate, meaning all things that are not itself derive and depend upon it, which would be temporal or contingent states, appealing to contingent states will not provide you with a defeater for what is ultimate.
Get on with it, Darth. Ask the question.
Now, I want to know what is it that is ultimate that is not God therefore being a defeater for God's existence.
I don't have to define that. I haven't made the accusation that something is an
Okay.
ultimate. I have not made the accusation that something isn't an ultimate. You have. That puts
Is
you
God
the
in
burden
the
of proof.
is God in the
Demonstrate
category
God in that
definitionally?
case.
Is God in the category definitionally of what is ultimate?
According to you, yes, but
No,
you have now
sir.
made that
Listen,
accusation. You have now
listen.
made that assertion. I expect you,
Corsi,
as
you've
a
been hanging
real honest
around.
person and an honest debater, to demonstrate that it is true.
Okay. Well, first of all, what you're doing is a classic bait and switch. Okay.
No, you're baiting and switching.
Okay. If you persist in over talking me, I will server mute you. Okay. Being belligerent is simply shtick. Okay. I've dealt with you before. I've dealt with other people. This is what you want, so you can get out of jail, get out of jail free card. Okay.
No, stop.
Okay.
Stop right there. The instant you server muted me while I was mid answering your first question, took away any respect that I have for not interrupting you or any general polite discourse. You can apologize for doing that now, and we'll go back to being polite.
No, because the answer you were giving,
yourself,
you
you
know,
scumbag.
Okay, go back to your furry costumes and your homosexual acts. By the way, did you guys know he's a furry? By the way, that's not an insult. He has told other people that he has homosexual contacts with other men, and they dress up in furry costumes. Okay?
That's tough. He sounds a.
This
pretty
is
much
why I
ass
listen to
up.
the Darth show. This shit's hilarious.
I mean, I can't believe you deal with this all the time, though. This is horrible.
Well, this is atheist shtick. It's just put on a show. Does anybody think that right now he's angry with me? Look, he was trying to win an Emmy Award. That was all a performance. Okay? This is what atheists do. When they get confronted, they'll give a Gish Gallop response. When you try to respond, showing them that the response that they give was not actually substantive, it's mostly rhetorical, they then do the classic bait and switch and say, prove you're God, prove you're God. Everybody see the routine that they pull?
Yeah, that's what happens.
This is a common tactic where they bait and switch, where they say, you're the one making the claim, you prove you're God. I didn't make any claims to him. All I just said to ask him was to explain his atheism. So how did we get from him defending his atheism to what I believe? Not that I shy away in defending my view, but this was all an attempt to win an Oscar nomination, right? Ranting and raving a million words a minute about the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, quantum mechanics, right? He knows this is bullshit, okay? I don't know of any leading atheists who would say something that stupid. I don't even know teenagers that would say such a stupid thing.